On that current rotation of our planet's axis, I have acquired the knowledge through experience that I mistakenly performed duties to the wrong aggressive military commander. Gentleman Hervé d'Orbigny I.
I command you to demonstrate resistance by protecting the continuous vertical stone structures that enclose this area.
It was on this current rotation of our planet's axis that I got acquainted with the regiment of the hard solid non-metallic mineral matter which is lacking the absorption of visible light, as well as the grasped object formed by two short intersecting lines.
Emerge from this military fortified place. Gentleman Hervé d'Orbigny I. There is no necessary requirement for us to solve this conflict in such manner.
I command you to prevent the encroaching of the soldiers from the continuous vertical stone structures that enclose this area.
Superior nobleman of mine.
Low guttural noise made in the throat. Proceed to cease its functionality.
Proceed to cease its functionality.
Prepare your armaments for immediate use. Utilize your weapons at your discretion and choose your own targets.
Unfortunately, I identify myself as a person responsible for the supervision of this particular place. Therefore, I was obligated to fulfill the duty of my employment.
Proceed with hostility. Expression of triumph. Proceed by means of entering the empty interval of the continuous vertical stone structure that encloses this area and leaving from its other side. Cease the violent confrontation this instant. Gentleman Hervé d'Orbigny I. I repeat, Gentleman Hervé d'Orbigny I. Emerge yourself from this gathering so that you can be visually perceived. There is no insistence for these experienced soldiers to terminate each other's life functions. My bestowed proposal is to decide the guilt of this dispute by opposition of two individuals in single combat, in this very moment.
I question you in disbelief, in particular if you are actually assuming that I should engage in single combat with your person. If so, then I have to correct you on your definition that this is considered a dispute by opposition of two individuals in single combat. Rather, it is comparable to a description in which I were to willingly carry out my own decapitation due to a sentence of death.
If I perceived your response correctly, I shall offer you the alternative to engage in combat with my direct subordinate in rank.
I address you. Your individual shall inevitably act as my direct subordinate in rank.
I accept with partial agreement. For if my person were to indicate to not willingly participate, a cruel and violent chain of killings would be of certainty. It has come to our realization that our group was still within the state of their capricious compassion.
The subject is not to be justified for a medieval soldier of sovereignty, aligned with the regimen of the hard solid non-metallic mineral matter which is lacking the absorption of visible light, to be overcome by an occurring hired soldier lacking taste and refinement. Assume a position in which the body is supported by a knee to demonstrate submission. Dedicated to great courage in the face of danger within sustained conflict. Dedicated to great esteem within employment. It is I, the grasped object formed by two short intersecting lines, who elevates you to a higher position. Assume an upright position supported by your feet, medieval soldier of sovereignty aligned with the regimen of the hard solid non-metallic mineral matter which is lacking the absorption of visible light. The dispute between us in this place has been concluded. Make progress in movement.
That has been the process of events in which way I became a member of the regiment of the hard solid non-metallic mineral matter which is lacking the absorption of visible light.